Can you feel it? This is my heart beating. Just for you.
Alright guys, welcome back. Let's make sure everything is set up correctly. Everything's closed, it needs to be closed. And that can go away, thank you very much. We are live. And we're ready to go into Kerbal. Right. Hey Mr. Shouter, how's it going, dude? Right, I've had, oh my god, the most stressful couple of days. Where do I even start with this? I've got quite a lot of news. So like, I tried to install BlackRack's volumetric cloud mod and didn't work. Wouldn't work. Couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. I installed it just as it was, like, and to follow the instructions, and I got the clouds working, and I got like a Kerbal system, even though I had RSS installed through this other thing apparently, but I don't know. So I completely had to just gut everything. I tried uninstalling but keeping my save games. I tried uninstalling but, you know, oh my god, trying to get rid of every file off my computer to do with KSP. So I did that, and then I did fresh install and tried it again, and it didn't work. I kept getting the same result, and I was thinking, why is it not working? So I gave it a rest for a few hours, and then I came back and thought I'll just do another clean install and I'll try it again, and if it doesn't work then I don't know what I'll do. So I did that and it didn't work, and then I decided to read through the instructions for like the 150th time, and I was missing one little line in there that I hadn't picked up on, and it was that you need to use a special version of Kopernicus, which I didn't get. So as soon as I got that, installed it, worked just fine. Got RSS working, we've got the volumetric clouds. I had to go and find all the old mods that we were using to get parts back, and then as you can see I've been busy rebuilding our rockets, bit of a new design because we're gonna have to start everything all over again. I've got this prepared, I've got the moon satellite rocket prepared, but that's it so far. It's taken me so long to go back and find all the parts and stuff, so I've now put a little bit more of an updated thing in the description about the mods I'm using, and I've also made a text file with every mod that I've got, so just in case something happens, that's done. Right. The other thing as to why I didn't stream whatever night it was, or I was meant to before I got this, was that you can see, I don't know if you can see it there, my kettle, it's got a butane canister in it. And a couple of days before this happened, I'd been smelling the butane, what I thought was the butane, so I properly made sure I disconnected everything and I left it there. And I've been getting this really bad chest pain, like really bad, right in the middle, as if my lungs were filling up with fluid or something. And a tickly cough, and I couldn't work out what it was because I wasn't ill and I wasn't getting any better, and I was like, whoa. So what I decided to do was take the gas canister out, and immediately within about 3 hours I felt better. So I'm pretty sure that thing was leaking in my room, and that had been leaking for God knows how many days. So it's luckily this room is quite well ventilated, because it's got a lot of gaps and stuff, so that's probably what saved my life in all fairness. I've had carbon monoxide poisoning before, and it didn't feel like that. It was just a chest thing. Like with carbon monoxide poisoning, I felt like I was drunk. I was having a barbecue down in my shed. Not in my shed, but just outside the shed door. It's like quite ventilated there. There weren't like a build-up of smoke or anything, but there must have been a little bit, because I started to lose, you know, what I was doing, like, and I must have been sat there just sniffing up the smoke because it smelt really nice, and just, you know, completely not thinking about what I'm doing. And I started thinking, oh man, I'm really tired. So I went to bed, and I can't even remember walking up the garden. I can't remember going to bed. I woke up with my burger on my side drawer thing over here. And I woke up the next day, I felt like I had the worst hangover in the world. I thought I couldn't remember what happened. I thought I must have got drunk. And slowly as the day went on, I started remembering what had happened. And then I thought, God, I must have had carbon monoxide poisoning. And I probably nearly died that night, man, because I can't remember nothing at all. Right, but I've digressed for too long. Let's get on with the missions. This is EarthLink. She's on a new rocket called Sapphire 1, which is all blue and shiny. That's it, the Sapphire 1 there. We've got the octopus engines. Took me ages to find. This is what I was looking for so long. Got that in there. We got some RCS. That's our RCS tank. I just go back and look for this decoupler shroud thing. Again, that was another mod. Got some lights on there. Solar panels, batteries, our communitron, and some smaller high gain antennas. So we've got the same ISP mod installed, so we're back to just where we were. In fact, we're on 1.2 now, so it's harder instead of 1.5, which it was on. So we got a little bit less delta V, but I kind of have made up for that. So this will get into orbit really easily. Still have enough gas left over for whatever we want to do. We're all staged. Let's close that up. Now the volumetrics mod has added a little bit of lag into certain places, but I found the more I play the game, the more I go back and go forward and go back and go forward, it seems to sort itself out quite quickly. So right, we launch and then we release and then we decouple that and lose our fairing and then light our last engine. Really simple. Sapphire 1. The one thing I was going to do in this, actually, because I haven't done this yet, was give each one a little name. Now where can I fit this name on? It's going to have to be tiny. I've sorted this out as well, so I've got like my favourites here. The only problem I've got with this is, if you see here, I don't know if that, yeah, I think you can see that. Every time I open KSP, I get another one of these. And last time, the last version I had, before I reinstalled everything, every time I opened the game, I would get another one of each one of these. So every time it would double. Well, add another six of those, 7 of those. And I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if that's some mod I've added or something. That's quite annoying. So yeah, that's my favourites, number 1. And then we're going to put a text on here. And since Mr. Shouter was the first person in the chat tonight, I'm gonna name this after 2 people in one go. So I'm going to call it Fallout Shelter, because that's my friend Meredith sorted. And Mr. Shelter. Oh, Shelter. Now, are we going to be able to make that smaller? Yeah, we will. Just that's perfect. Let's put that into NASA. And let's bring them a little bit closer together. And we're going to make that a nice suave grey colour, just so it stands out a little bit. That's Fallout Shelter. No problems, dude. Oh, I've still got a lingering bit of that cough. And it's doing my head in. Can't seem to clear it. Right, let's toggle that close. Let's add that name into there. I think that is save, and let's launch the bad boy. Is there anything new that I've got? Oh, I've installed deferred rendering just before I started this stream, so I haven't seen what that looks like yet. I have seen what the clouds look like, and I'm mightily impressed. I don't think I could go back to normal KSP after this. So double check our save and let's go to the launch pad. The other thing that has changed actually massively is the load time. It used to take half an hour and now takes about 35 to 45 minutes depending on, it's not very consistent, it's somewhere between that, and I think probably about 2 in 10 times it'll crash on loading, but say the last 5 times I've loaded the game it's been fine, it's just worked. But I have a very particular way I have to set this up, so I have to open my Opera browser and have just that and just KSP open, then on CCAN, so, and then I click on CCAN to open the game, and then I quickly have to press on my browser and have that in windowed mode while KSP is in full screen mode. That is the only way so far I've got the KSP to load consistently well. If I don't have the Opera browser open for some reason, it just crashes. If I have it on straight open loading screen, it just crashes. So it's a bit strange that the Kraken's getting involved a little bit, I think. What fairing is that? This is, I think, from the Procedural Fairings mod, or the Procedural Parts mod. It might be just part of that. And then I'm using Textures Unlimited to recolor everything. Doesn't look blue at all here, does it? Well, it does there. It looks a bit like a midnight blue. It's quite nice. Right, we want to go up to 300. Yeah, that's right. We'll put each one at increments of 50. I'm going to keep it on classic for the moment because that worked earlier as far as I could tell. And we're good to go. We haven't got to worry about any times yet or anything. So procedural fairings were incompatible with Deferred, were they? It seems to be working. Oh, I've got BlackRack's TUFX as well. I think that sharpened things up a little bit. Yeah, it does. Right, there are volumetric clouds. There's not many around us at the moment, but they can get pretty thick and they look so good from in space, and they don't disappear at night once you get into the atmosphere as well, or in the daytime, which is awesome. So there's a little transition phase. Right, we're all done. Let's set that camera quickly before I start. In 3, 2, 1. Some a bit of cinematic. Got to say the thrust to weight ratio was exactly 1.5, I think. It's been a very, very helpful tip across these live streams. That's the other thing I've got to talk about, the schedule change. So I want to make some Let's Play gameplays, because when I'm playing by myself during the day and I'm not live streaming, I'd like to have sort of a mix between the shorts that I'm doing and like a bit more of like a 15-20 minute video of like a time-lapse build, explain what I'm doing and talk a little bit about other things and stuff like that. So I was going to do one day live stream, or possibly, I've not really decided yet, to be honest. But as it is now, I can see there's better ways to do things than just stream every night and then put a short up. It's about making more content for you guys, and 2, it's a little bit about me having more content on my channel, building more of a library of KSP content, because apart from the live streams, it's pretty low at the moment. So the one thing I've started recording at the moment for like other content is a tutorial about how to install these volumetric clouds specifically with RSS, because if I could have found a tutorial like that, that would have saved me 3 days of not being able to live stream. So yeah, I've started doing that video, and then I think I'll do some builds in the Let's Play, but I think that will be completely separate from what we're doing in live streams. I think I'll keep the live stream series an actual thing, like just for us, because this is how it started. I want to kind of keep this as like a little tradition or something to add some lore into the channel, you know, like we do our live missions and stuff. And when we get past these points and we catch up, we'll start doing some proper, you know, special live stream launches, like a proper event, you know, grab your popcorn and a cup of tea or something and a can of Coke. But yeah, but for now I'm going to keep going with the live streams every night, just having a night off once a week or 2 nights off once a week, and catching up with where we were, and then I should be in a good position to know where and what I want to do. And it also depends on what you guys really want to see as well. Like, if all of you are not interested at all in seeing like a separate Let's Play, then I probably wouldn't do it, because, you know, if people don't want to watch it, I want to make stuff people want to watch. Right, EarthLink is looking good so far. We might as well get these. Oh, I think we just pressed. I put them on action group. Did I? No, I didn't put them on action group because I'm a fool. Let's just extend those. The earth looks better from up here as well. It doesn't look sharper necessarily, but the textures look more realistic. And you can see now we've gone into space and those clouds are still there. And when you get this on the terminal line, or termination line, or whatever it is, it looks so good. It looks so good. We're about to hit our orbital speed nearly. As our height, 300. Didn't use the RSS at all, did I? Don't think I've got any. No, we don't. Unless, oh no, that was a battery. Okay. I just think those clouds, the quality is so good. So good. When I loaded this up and I saw them and I saw all the new sort of effects and that, I thought, this is like KSP 2, but having KSP 1. The other thing we should talk about as well is KSP 2, or KSP, the whole studio, whatever it is, has been sold to a third party. And I wonder if that's connected to what we were talking about, Kitten Space Agency. I wonder if they've acquired the rights. I don't know if that would be good news or bad news, but I think, I'm not sure if what they're doing is completely separate of this, right? So they're building it completely from scratch. But yeah, it looks like somebody's taking on KSP 2, which I think that might be good news. I think it just depends on why they're taking it on, you know. Are they taking it on just to try and flog as many broken issues as they can, profit it as much as they can, and then get out? Or is it someone who's going to actually start fixing things and developing stuff? That would be very welcome, I'm sure. I'm still so disappointed about KSP 2, man. It sucks. Right, that's one Earth satellite up and into place. We've got a more satellite like control. Let's get those lights on. Lights on blue. Shut down that engine. Another great tip from you subscribers. And that's us into orbit in that one. Right, we can see our line there. Communication, that's beautiful. Oh. Right, now I know finally how we get this into a lovely, lovely pattern. We do have some graphical glitches. I don't know if that's due to the TUFX thing, or if it's just there all the time, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I can live with that. That's okay. These earth textures are absolutely beautiful. And I've had a look at all the planets from like the space system, the space place where you observe everything from. I forgot what it's called now, the tracking station. They all look really good quality. So all of them are 32 textures, apart from a couple that were only had 16K textures. So that's that. Overall looking very, very nice. That's the where is that? Is that the Canary Islands? Coming up there. Right, beautiful. Let's go and get some more satellites into orbit. I'm not sure if I think we've got enough delta V in these to even put us in a polar orbit without having to build a heavy a heavy version. I'll clear the debris up at the end, I think. Right, we've got no other subscribers in the chat tonight, have we? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna name this one after my dog. Let's go back in here. And his name is Jack. Let me call it one of his nicknames. What do I call him? Jack Stavros. Because he's got a big Greek belly. Let's put it all in capitals. Man, I'm so bad at this. I hate this keyboard. I have to get a different keyboard. For some reason, this just isn't like any other keyboard I've used. And it looks exactly the same. But I just cannot type on it. I'm a really good typer. I'm blaming the keyboard. Jack Stavros. God, that's so fiddly there. Might be able to do that and then put my part a bit. Yeah, I'll do. Okay. Let's close that down. Zoom out a little bit. Rename this one Jack. Right. I was thinking about renaming the renaming our whole agency, pretending it maybe got blown up or something. But I thought now we'll keep it the same. ESA, it's a nice looking little logo there. Right, everything is staged. Let's go. Staged and saved. Right. Need our FMRS. We just need to put our sync guidance in, change this to 3 50 this time. And then go onto our map. And hopefully this is going to play ball. Balls. And then, yeah, I think we want to be quite near the terminal line. Let's get that good angle. It's going to be halfway, isn't it? Yeah. I think that is going to be just right. We also now have a little bit of lag when we time warp, but it ain't too bad. It's like 3 seconds at the most. Right, let's engage autopilot. Nice sunset launch here. Probably not going to see much. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. There's a lot of trade-offs now. I've done a clean install and everything. The graphics are so much better. There's less lag when I actually click take off, like launch. This looks beautiful. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I've not hardly seen any of this yet. I've seen some clouds. I've not even gone through clouds yet. Now look at that. Oh my god. That is such a difference from how we were, how it used to look. And that looks just incredible, man. Also, I got the HDD, the HD Canaveral thing back, and the normal textures just merge with that so well now, instead of looking like there was some weird base texture before when you got beyond this point. It all merges together really nicely now. You even got God rays coming through the clouds there. Like, oh, love it. It's the only mod for, I don't know if it's the only mod for KSP you can pay for, but man, the difference it makes to the visuals is absolutely insane and absolutely worth every penny of it. I would have bought it if it was 3 times, 4 times, 5 times the price, because it's just so worth it, and it hasn't tanked the frames that much either. I mean, when you're in the clouds, you'll dip down a little bit, but again, remember, I'm not on a NASA computer. I'm just trying to be NASA with a crap computer. Well, it's not that bad, but you know, could be better. If you've got a modern computer, this ain't gonna stop you whatsoever. You know, you'll just be like, boom, straight through it like a rocket. It's not a paid promotion, by the way, YouTube. Got new sun flare that looks so much more realistic. I think it is absolutely worth losing our progress, even though I was an idiot and I didn't have to actually do that. I could have just used the right file and read the instructions properly. So it's funny, in first school we did this test about reading instructions, and the whole class had to read these instructions and do them one by one, right? And I was the only person in the room, in the class, that looked all the way through the instructions without doing anything, and got to the bottom instruction, and the bottom instruction was, it said don't do any of the above things. So I'm sat there watching everybody do all the things they're doing, and my teacher's like, you're the only, I use Welsh, like, you're the only boy in here that's done it. Brilliant. Well, he gave me an award. Wow, Limelight says, wow, I always wanted to do this. How many satellites will you launch? Around the Earth, what these are now, we'll launch. We've done, this is the second one, so we'll have 1, 2, 3, we'll have 4 around the Earth, and we're going to have 2 around the Moon, and possibly 1 in between. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, we need this little satellite system so we can go on to launch an autonomous rover onto the Moon, and then we will be launching a human mission to the Moon. Which, if you're just watching for the first time, I can't remember if you've been in the chat before, man. We were basically about to land humans on the Moon. Guys, I've got such a good design for that, by the way. Such a fun design. Yeah, we were just about to do that, and then I decided to install a mod and was an idiot and lost all our progress. So it's on the live streams if you want to catch up with what we did and where we're catching back up to now. And there's little short videos on my channel, so you can catch up within like a minute. Look at that. Oh, I didn't get the... Oh, we've got enough battery. Didn't get these out, did I? Whoops. So, that's another thing I've got to say. Tonight's stream is going to be like probably a short one. We'll get this network set up. And then I still need more time to like build these rockets that we had before and get those ready for tomorrow's stream. Well, tomorrow's stream will be longer because we're going to the Moon like 2 or 3 times with these satellites. So that'll be a longer stream, so it takes a bit longer. So it was supposed to be crazy rocket night tonight, so this is like catching up a little bit. I hope as well that I'm doing a better job of talking when I'm playing and not talking and not playing like I was before. And I've watched my streams back, I'm like, man, this could have only been like an hour-long stream. Right, we're in orbit, 350, beautiful. Let's get radial in. Let's I'm going to warp us into the daylight so I can turn our lights on. The thing I didn't think about when launching these two is these are quite close together. Just remember to space the other two out. Somewhere around there, it should be in the light now. That messes with my head when it's twisted like that. Look at that, guys. Oh, it's so good. Re-entry, I've done a test of the re-entry as well, and that feels different. It feels more realistic to me. Like it doesn't slow down as quick. Re-entry seems to take like at least 5 minutes longer than it was. Let's get those lights on just to signify that it's turned on and working. Shut down our engine, and hopefully we shouldn't have to come and mess with that for a while. There shouldn't be any problems with battery, we've got plenty of them. Right, so what we're gonna, I've done that a little bit shallow, but one there, kind of even, that'll be alright. I could always change it. I think we've got enough Delta V, haven't we? We've not even used this rocket yet. Oh no, sorry. Oh no, we might not have. So, well, that's okay. Alright, shut that down and go back, and we got 2 more to launch. Sure, I can't tell you how much better I feel now. I don't have that pain in my chest, man. First day I thought it was just something random, like I'd hurt my sternum or something. And I noticed it was really hurting when I coughed, and it felt like my lungs were filling up. I should probably go to the doctor, really. That's butane. Right, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's go to daytime, actually. See if those satellites get a bit further away. Might as well just do it here. So, yeah, look at that. That beautiful sunrise. Clouds, man. So good. Oh, Wrong one. There we go. I'm going to cut those waiting times before the stream down as well in the future. I only literally had it on that long today because I still wasn't ready. I didn't think I was going to be ready at 1 o'clock, but I actually was. So yeah, I'll keep it to like 10 minutes at the most. I just want anyone to see that I'm going live, to come in, join in the chat, get ready, get a cup of tea or whatever, and then get straight on with it. Because now I actually have to have the game loaded up, be in the VAB, and ready to go, so I know it's all stable before I can even start live streaming. I don't want to start doing things while the game is loading because it makes my computer like a snowflake. Right. Limelight added some comments to the chat, so I'm going to name this satellite after you, my friend, because every single viewer means so much. This is the least I can do. Whoops, so how have I spelt it correctly? Didn't make mistakes. There we go, that's Limelight. Limelight, what's your favourite colour? How do you do the shiny part? I'll show you right now, mate. When you've got your procedural tank, you have to use those to recolour them, I think. But I use those anyway. You right click on it, and then down here there's a little button that says Open Recolor in GUI. And just move anything out of the way. If you can see that, you can choose your colours here. You select which part you want, and then you can select the colour you want. You can store any colour that you make, but I think you can only store one, so you can't have multiple. You just, whatever the last one was, you can keep that. That's quite handy. Could be better, but it's good. And then you got all your preset colours as well, and you can change, like, your specular is the main thing that makes your tank shiny. You want it some part metallic at least. I have it all the way up just for this one, and then the specular makes it real shiny and make it like glass, I suppose, and then it diffuses it a bit more as you go down. Let's try and match where it was, somewhere about there in it. That'll do. I hope that helps. Awesome, mate. No worries. What's your favourite colour, Limelight? I'll make that your I'll make the text your favourite colour. We've I really want to tell you the design. It's blue. Oh, that's awesome. That'll match the rocket. I really want to tell you the design I've made for the human moon lander, but I want to keep it a surprise too. I think I will keep it a surprise. But I did say a little clue is that I said I wanted to make it a little bit like the let's have that match in there. There we go. A little bit like the Apollo missions. And it will be a little bit like the Apollo missions. That's all I'm going to say. But I can't wait to get to it. I was so looking forward to doing that on the stream the other night, where I come up with this design and I was like, oh, they're going to love this. This is really cool. But yeah, you'll see it. It'll probably be like, what, two days away? 3 at the most. Right, let's close that. That is Limelight. Turn over caps lock again, haven't I? Okay, save. I've got to see, I told you, I've got a lot of news, guys. I've got one thing after another. How long's this stream been going on? So I'm nearly at 500 subscribers. When I hit, or if I hit, hopefully, 500 subscribers, I'm going to do a special little live stream. I probably won't be playing a game, or if I do, I'll play probably something else just for a little change, or we'll watch some videos, some of my other videos on the channel, or do like some live reactions. You guys can ask me questions and we can just chat. I can show you some things about other things that I do in my life, I suppose. I've got lots of paintings I could show you and stuff like that. Some music I make. So yeah, we do a special little live stream. I guess it'll be like one of those days at school, like when it's like nearly Christmas, and they just let you bring a game and do whatever you want with your mates. Something like that. I'll put some decorations at 500 or something. Because this 500's been so long in the making. It has been years in the making, like, and I haven't been the most consistent YouTuber, and that's probably why. Probably why that's the case, but I'm going for it now, so, and I'm more determined than ever. And like I say, one of the biggest things is that YouTube is such a bigger thing work-wise than you think it is before you start. It's a hell of a lot of work. Like it's suiting me well because I'm one of these people that likes to do lots of different tasks and have lots of different skills. So I've fallen into it okay, but it still doesn't mean that that's not a lot of work. Like, even for anybody, it's a lot of work. Even someone who's so more suited to it than me, it's still a lot of work. And you know, you have to become, and I'm not great at this, but you have to have a certain amount of enthusiasm, you know. And I'm not one of these YouTubers, you probably guessed by now, that comes on to every video like, hey guys, you know, and makes the mic distort and stuff. But you know, I'm getting there with the enthusiasm. I'm getting more used to this. I'm getting more used to the being on camera and seeing myself and talking to you guys and stuff. And more importantly, as I was saying earlier, what I'm not really doing now is playing the game while I'm talking. So let's get we need to actually sort this out quite properly. So we need to get our launch pad in line with this cross right there, and that, when we launch southwards, will create a lovely little basketball pattern. So this warping is a lot slower than it used to be. Whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. Don't want to go past it. There we go. So we get a bit of lag. Right, I'm just going to have to line this up as best I can now, slowly. There, stop. I think I've gone past it a little bit, but my little mission is to get that perfectly in line. I think might be a bit before it. That might work out well. Okay, so, no, actually, I'm going to go forward just a touch. And a touch more. And there we go. I'm going to call that in line and hope it's there. We'll see how big of a triangle we get. Right, so now I change this one to, oh, it should have been yeah, 400 on the last one, shouldn't it? Oh well, we got two in the same orbit, but that'll be okay. And then we want this to be minus 90. See, look how far I've come, guys. I couldn't add up. I couldn't do my maths when we started this. I was always waiting for you guys to tell me, what's this plus that? What's this minus this? I know now. I don't have to do that. And it's not because I'm better at maths. It's just because I learnt two things. So yeah, just blag your way through life, guys. You'll be fine. Right, so that is not official advice. Let's hit our autopilot and 3, 2, 1. Set that RCS as well. So I haven't done that on any of these launches. Completely wasting the RCS weight that we've got in there. So weight ratio's gone up. 10 already? Maybe it was a little bit higher than that. 1.5. Go. It's already started its turn south. Oh, look at them beautiful clouds again. Oh, I didn't check to make sure, did I? I really like the rocket design. It's very sleek and it looks very good. Cheers, mate. I've gone for like, I always go for this little SpaceX style, sort of. But I like this shoulder kind of on the top tank. Dipping into the into the fairing. I like that design. And you'll see that I like that design in the moon rocket, in the moon satellite rocket. I've slightly changed that design. They've all got new names too. So this was Emerald 1, if you remember. This is now Sapphire 1, so I'm going with gemstone names. Probably named after their colour as well. For the rockets, for the actual like boosters. I'm keeping the names of the actual satellites the same. Go. I've not got the thing on, have I? We are 24 kilometers downrange. Everything is looking nominal. Clouds are looking beautiful. A lovely scattering pattern to them, and they don't repeat. Is what's really nice about it. They're unique. Look at that, really thick down there. The one thing I don't know, if anybody does play with BlackRack's volumetric cloud mod, how do you manipulate them? How do you like make them your own? Like, can you do that? Because I would love to be making some. I've seen people making like big clouds, and I don't know how to do it. It's like in here somewhere, probably. But I hate messing with this in case I mess anything up. So I want to know what I'm doing. Definitely before I mess with anything. Right, about to lose our main booster separation. That would be Miko and separation. We've not got Meow in here tonight giving us all the terminology. There we go, let's call that second stage is lit. I always forget this gimbal. Always wants to put pitch in there. We're looking good so far. Let's check on that. Oh, there's a little triangle at the moment. I wonder if that all it's closing down a little bit, you see. If I get that exact, I'm going to be well happy. We're out the atmosphere. Let's open those up. Still didn't put them on an action group. There we go. Recharge our batteries if we've used any electric, and we're going over the Caribbean. Obviously only the smallest little gripe, but it's not a gripe really. I just wish this was like Microsoft Flight Simulator detail, but never mind. Can't wait for that to come out, by the way. I've just got Xbox Game Pass for the month, so I can give that a go and do a couple of streams of that when it comes out. I'm looking forward to that so much. So much. I was contemplating, honestly, starting another channel and just dedicating it to Flight Simulator, because I will play that a lot. I could probably get double the amount of live stream hours out of that as well. Don't get me wrong, like I love Kerbal Space Program. I love Kerbal Space Program, but I have to give myself breaks from it simply because I love it that much. I would play it all the time and I wouldn't have a break. I've done it multiple times and made myself ill through this game. So yeah, there's that. Some small little graphical glitches here and there. But it's so worth it. I can so look over that. Right, 3-second burn. And we're in orbit again. And I always forget the camera. 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's put that in radial in. Shut that engine down. Get that beautiful blue light on. We are connected to the system. And let's check how close I got that. From there, it's perfect. But when I zoom in, oh, there's a little triangle. Yeah, it went the other side. Never mind. So that's our system. We got one more to put up, which goes this way. And then that's a network complete then. And I might put that one up quite high as well. For what reason? Why am I doing that? I can't quite remember. We needed this line to go up a little bit more, so it would have been about here, I think. So I must remember that if we ever restart. Let's see if I can see me. There I am, right there somewhere. Right there, in that black bit. Well, there's no lights at all. Right, let's get our last rocket launched. Absolutely love these clouds. It just looks so good. Does it actually match up with what's on this map? I wonder. We've got quite a lot around us. We need to look that way. It looks like it does, you know. I think that matches up. That's actually, it does, doesn't it? Somewhat, at least. Oh well, it's good enough. Chico, hi dude, how you going? Says, what version of MS 2024 did you get? I'm going to be playing on the whatever the standard version that comes on Game Pass on Xbox is. Next year probably I'll be buying it, probably on my birthday, I think. Because you know, I never actually bought MS 2020. I actually never bought Flight Simulator 2020. I always meant to. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it, but I always played it on Xbox, so maybe I won't buy it. Probably did work out more expensive though to keep playing it on Xbox. What was I going to say about the updated versions of it, like the higher versions? I never find myself using the stuff that comes with the exclusive versions, like the pre-purchase versions and stuff like that. So I don't tend to do that. That's not, honestly something I never really tend to do in games, honestly, is pre-buy them or pre-purchase them. Especially not after this year of games. Oh my god. It's been the pre-buy year of hell, hasn't it? Yeah, it's not something I'm probably going to start doing either. Unless, you know, when it's games that like you can trust, when it's people you know you can trust, like, I'm trying to think of an example now. Chico, I'll name this rocket after you, dude. This is our last one. Obviously, I've already just completely forgot what I was saying. Right, let's close that down. This baby is ready to go. I'll show you the rocket when we've done this as well for tomorrow night's missions, because that's already built. Just got, don't actually think I've got to make any changes to it either, so that's already done. Remember that one is Chico. Every time. Chico. Save that. And staging's good. Let's launch. Yeah, I'm really excited to play Microsoft Flight Simulator just for its career mode. I probably said in the stream the other night, I play every career mod add-on thing that there is going. And I've always wanted a career mode just straight up in the simulator, because it makes so much sense just to have it like built in. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. The other thing I hope there's in there from day one is a replay tool, because I didn't like having to wait for that. But I love making little cinematic movies in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so that is like the best tool possible for me. I need to line this up. This is a difficult one. I can never get this one straight unless I go in afterwards and adjust it. Ooh, my computer's having a little lag spike. There we go. Big lag spike. Yeah, it doesn't like time warping anymore so much. We got the Aurora Borealis up there as well. This looks mint. Right, so my theory would be that I'm halfway between those two. I'm going to launch south now, and it's going to be an odd. It's going to go like that. Like I might try and counteract it, but then we're going the other way, aren't we? I don't think I've got enough Delta V for that. So I'll just put it in there, and if I can, I'll adjust the inclination once we're up there. So that's good for now. Got a night launch, so we're not going to see nothing. But we also want to be at 450. That's correct. Engage our autopilot. So Chico is set for launch. Thanks for the name, no problem, dude. No problem at all. You will always be orbiting around the Earth, as long as I don't mess this bloody thing up. In 3, 2, 1. RCS engaged. Chico has cleared the tower. Also really hyped for the new career mode. I really can't wait. I love the idea of progression. You know, you're going to start off as a brand new pilot, probably just, or you might even have to pass you to be a pilot. Oh, that would be cool as well. It adds so much extra hours for you to get in the game. Like, I've said that the worst way possible. It gives you a lot more to do, a lot more hours to play. Yeah, the idea of building up slowly, really good. I really like that. Because I think that's the one thing that stops me playing a flight simulator. It's like, oh, I've got no reason to play. You know, I want to be a pilot. Give me a mission. Give me a flight. Tell me I need to go and do this. Make it slightly different every time. So when it's just like a complete sandbox and you're free to fly where you want, when you want, that's great. But I want a reason. I want to feel like the pilot. I want to feel like people are sat in the back depending on me, you know. Sorry this is so dark, guys. I'll try to get an angle where we could see at least something. We can see the plume spreading out there as we get up into the less dense atmosphere. Yeah, this is going to be quite a diagonal line. Oh, the other thing I was going to do is, so we got, we're going to have a few around the moon. I'm going to put one at quite a distance, probably that distance around the moon, and then another one slightly in of that, maybe a bit closer. And then I'm thinking have two other satellites that sit out in this range, one going that way and one going that way, you know, like that. So they're crossing paths. We'll always have a really good signal, I should think then. We're into the quiet part of the atmosphere. Let's go. Yeah, we got lots of plans for this live stream series. So actually, as I've said before, we got to catch up with where we were before I decimated everything. Myself for doing that. So the next big goal will be getting a rover on the moon. That's the next big thing to look forward to. Next challenge. That will be, even though we have done it already, it's going to be a bit more challenging this time. I've got the ISP set lower this time, so it makes it much more challenging. Still a bit easier than real, but you know, we got a good chance of pulling off a mission that way, and I don't have to have a failed mission on a live stream too often. And then we'll be doing our human landing on the moon if that rover is successful and finds us a good landing spot, and then we'll be looking at Mars, I think, after that. So we're kind of following like real life missions. We'll do the same thing. We'll send a communications satellite system to Mars to relay stuff back to us. We'll have probably something in between us and Mars, or somehow, maybe, to relay our information for rovers and whatnot. And then we'll be working on getting humans out there somehow. That's going to be more challenging. Humans to Mars is so much more challenging than a probe to Mars, and so much more challenging than a human mission to the moon. So lots of work for me to do between now and then, because I've not landed humans on Mars before. I've landed a probe, but that was it, and even that I think blew up. So yeah, come a long way though already. I also want to engineer our moon lander, human moon lander, to do the self-propelled landing when it gets back to Earth. I think that would be cool and nice and fitting, nice way to bring it back, because obviously these live streams started with that. And I'm starting with EarthLink tonight because that was the second thing we did. First stream was kind of like messing about. So yeah, I'd like to bring that back. Right, let's check that. We're nearly in orbit. Just a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's not too off. It's all right. Let's set up a maneuver node and see if I can make that any better without losing all of this. It's only 11 seconds. I don't think that's enough, but I'll check. So we're going to want to do it. Where's that? There and there, probably about halfway there, right? And then which way do we want to go? Right, yeah, we're only like 3 seconds out. No, 1 second, isn't it? Haha, we're 1 second out, so if I can put that, give me that second. Oh, what's it done here? Selecting something over there for some reason. Just select that. No, what's it doing? Oh, well, I'll burn it. I'll just burn it till it's empty, and that'll be slightly better, won't it? So that's maneuver plan out of that and execute the next node. Right. I have the BlackRack volumetric cloud, but I don't know. Maybe developer tools. Yes, it could be. Or it could be in that. Does it work for RSS? It does work for RSS. Yes. 30 minutes beyond. That's okay. I'm going to explain that now anyway. It does work for RSS, and tomorrow I should have a video out. Sorry, about how to install it, because that's the other thing I completely forgot to say. The instructions there's 2 sets of instructions, and they both contradict each other, and I had to try every combination of things I could. And it turns out there's just some parts in there that don't need to be in there, but man, yeah, I'll put it in so it's all properly concise. It'll be maybe a 5-minute video, and it'll have you how to perfectly put it in there. Like, I was so frustrated for the last 3 days, guys, man. I honestly nearly deleted my YouTube because I was so frustrated. Oh man, it did my head in, but it was my own fault in the end. Well, after I'd worked out that the instructions were contradicting themselves, it was my fault for not putting the right version of the file in. So that might have been what you were doing. It tells you to add Kopernicus, and it tells you to add a specific version of Kopernicus, but that's not immediately obvious. It's not until I read it for like the 150th time, like I said earlier, that I actually noticed that I was using the wrong file. So it could be that. So all I did was just a clean, fresh install of KSP, and then I put volumetric clouds mod in, and then I put the RSSConfigs in, and then I put the proper version of Kopernicus in, loaded up my game, and it was all, you know, like this. And then I went back and added in all the, what was it, 56,000 patches worth of mods I think, adding a nice 15 minutes to my load time, which was already half an hour. So beautiful. Right, let's cancel that, put us in SAS. Why won't you do that? Why won't you put us in cancel that? Node control locked. Oh, I think we might need to wait till we're on a ground station. So fast forward until we see that. Hopefully, it automatically stopped warping. Why is it doing this? I expect we've got none in the. What is it doing? There we go, we got one. Close that down. SAS, radial in. Shut down the engine. Put the lights on. And that is EarthLink network setup. It's still a little bit off, but yeah, I'll save that for next time because it will give away the secret. Okay. Yep, I did indeed have limited probe control. I think are we over the South Pacific there? Yeah, we are. Well, we're over the Pacific, aren't we? Or is that, no? That's the Indian Ocean. Sorry, my bad. We're right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. I don't think there was any ground station for us. until we actually got to India, yeah. Right, that's our beautiful little system set up. Look at that. That's just right. It's so much better than our first one. The only problem is we got all our satellites are quite close together. But I mean, if I say we're going to add this one, two around this way, and then one of them around, you know, that way, then it shouldn't matter where they are really. There should always be one that will pick them up. Beautiful. Yep, the routes are perfect. That's my OCD. From the first day I did this, I was so annoyed because I didn't get them right. And then I remembered how to do it properly, and with your guys' help about taking off when we're at the right angle and stuff, it helps get them really perfect. And it's really simple as well. I'll do a tutorial on that tomorrow too, because it's really satisfying, isn't it, when you've got that set up nicely. You can even do them so that, you know, you get different patterns and stuff. You can get quite complex with it. It's just, I think it's just like maths and adding and subtracting at the end of the day. If you play Microsoft Flight Simulator, then you'll already know about the compass headings and stuff like that, and it's just about taking off in the right inclination and not going backwards across against the Earth's rotation like I was trying to do. We're needing like 4 times the amount of delta V. Right, okay guys, that is tonight's missions sorted. We've got 4 launches done. I'm just going to head back to the Space Center and show you tomorrow night's rocket, because I've got to leave you wanting something. Much bigger rocket than the last one. It's still I think it's still using the Octopus engine, because that's very handy. It's a great little engine, that is. It's so handy for different things, and with the scaler mod, the rescale or Tweakscale or whatever it is, Tweakscale. Oh no, I didn't want to click on that. It's going to take ages now. Right, what do I call it? Silver Moon 1. I don't want the autosave one. No, I've got to make a little change to this because that is just ridiculous, isn't it? So let's take that off there. That is what it's going to look like, basically. It is called Silver Moon 1. So it's not really named after a gemstone, but a precious metal, I suppose. It's black and silver, black and platinum. And our satellite is basically the same as the one we've just launched, different colours, a few more batteries for the journey. We're not using, I'm risking it, but I have tested it. We're not using a stabilizer wheel or a reaction wheel. We're just using RCS, I think. Oh no, wait, no, we're not. We're not using RCS, so we are using a reaction wheel. My bad, yeah. Yeah, there's that. Let's get rid of that shroud. And I want this shroud. This is the change I need to make. I need to pull this up a little bit so it's on there sort nicely. And then I want to change that to be the coupler shroud enabled. I want it to be, oh, I'm doing the wrong one here. The plain metal, I want that to be black and that to be platinum. So again, after you recolor something, you just click on the part, click on platinum metallic. I always take the detail out because the detail makes it look scruffy. And then there you go, that's it. And then you can make it more shiny, you can make it like a mirror, or we can make it matte with the specular. I'm just going to keep it a bit more shiny than the rest, about there. I'm also going to close that up at the top a little bit, so we put that off automatic and close the top up a little bit and make it a little bit taller. There we go, that seems to have caught it nicely. And I also want to do that on this one, so take that shroud off as well. And I want to bring that up again. So it's there. No, wait, do I? Oh yeah, I have a fairing thing down there, don't I? So I want to make that one bigger, so it matches that one. A little bit smaller. That's good enough. Let's see if I can just grab that and poke it up there, yeah. And we'll make this one platinum again, detail off, speculate that. Whoops. Oh, what was I doing? Oh yeah, same thing again. Take that off. Take that off. Automatic. That's pretty much good. I think I'll just make it a little bit taller, and then make it. Oh, could make it silver if I wanted to, but I'm going to keep it black because I'm boring like that. Things back on, and that is. Oh no! Wait. Get rid of that completely, don't I? Put that on there. That is tomorrow night's rocket. Let's just close that. That is the moon satellites. So all nicely fits into that shape under there. Well, gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It's actually really nice that it all fits into that little footprint. Nice and sleek. It looks so good. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I spend a lot of time. I spent hours doing this today, rebuilding these rockets to try and recreate how they looked, but also engineer them a little bit differently. So you can see we got no boosters this time on these rockets at all. I've done it so we have the right thrust to weight ratio with the engine we're using and the fuel that we've got on board, the size of the tanks, instead of just, you know, like emptying stuff out and changing values and that. I'm getting better at this game, I must say. I've played it for a long time. I've been into it for a long time, but yeah, man, I wasn't able to make rockets like this a year ago. Right, that is tomorrow's mission. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me tonight after my little break. It's nice to see everybody still wants to keep up with these live streams, even though we've got to redo our progress. But we'll get there one step at a time. Tomorrow night will be a longer live stream. I'm probably going to have Sunday off. It depends. I've got a lot of content to make, so I could really use that day this week to, you know, keep up with editing stuff. And yeah, I just want to keep content coming out for you. The 3-day break was not something I planned at all. I did plan to have a night off, or maybe 2 nights off, because it was Sunday. But yeah, not 3 nights, guys. Not at all. So, right, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, same time, same place. I think the Discord link's in the description if anybody wants to come and join the Discord. I'll give you all details behind the scenes of everything that's going on there, so if I'm not streaming, I'll be telling you why I'm there, so you'll know and won't have to get angry at me. And that's that. I think this is going to take ages for me to end the stream, so I might as well start doing it now. It seems to be running okay, you know. If you're wondering about getting BlackRack's thing because it might tank your computer, just try it for a month, man. It's only like £4. It's like $5 or $6. I think it's worth trying. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks again for joining me. You are mission control. I am out of control. See you tomorrow night, guys. Bye bye.